So first off, parts of the script was made in early February and other parts were made in mid-March. So I'm going to edit some parts because it's been a month now and we have new information. And anyway, let's begin the video. It's going to be a big one. Over 99 years ago, the Spanish flu, aka the 1918 flu pandemic, aka the plague that killed almost as many people as World War II, has ended. Now, we have a new plague that is taking the world by storm. This is basically the coronavirus explained. The virus passed from person to person, either from cough or from physical contact. The outbreak started in Wuhan, the capital of the Hubei province in central eastern China. It contains over 11 million people and is the 9th most populous city in China. It's also the transport hub of China as well, which means that if any train leaves Wuhan after the lockdown, then that means that a person with the infection will infect everyone on the train, because have you seen Chinese subways? But it would start outbreaks in every single stop they take. And bada bing, bada boom, every city is infected. So as a way to stop the plague, Chinese workers were told to stop working. No work means no production. No production means that China loses 0.5 to 1% of its GDP. Now, 1% doesn't sound like a lot. If you got a 99% on a test, you wouldn't care about it. But 1% is the same as $122 billion that it would lose. And it only gets worse from here. On January 16th, the virus crossed the Sea of Japan and it started infecting citizens of the Kingdom of the Rising Sun. It started from people coming back from China and also from the Diamond Princess on January 25th, when a guy from Hong Kong arrived on the boat. If you want to know Hong Kong's origins, I made another video about that. So, now let's head south. The first case in Southeast Asia was on January 13th, a few days before the outbreak began in Japan, in Thailand. Then, on January 23rd, it infected people from Singapore and Vietnam. Then on January 25th, it infected people from Malaysia. And then on March 6th, it infected people from the Philippines. And they were the same reason. People were coming back or were from China and then were infected. Except for the Philippines. They had someone who went to Japan and come back, and yeah. So, the coronavirus infected not only the countries from East Asia, but also Korea, Central Asia, Africa, Europe, and the United States, and more. The first case in the US was in late January, days before the coronavirus hit Singapore and Vietnam. And also before the Diamond Princess, in Washington State, in Seattle. So one day, a person from Wuhan went to the US and he was confirmed positive and the infection began. As of right now, 126,000 people were infected, or 0.0018% of the Earth's population, or 0.0252% of how many people the Spanish flu infected. As of right now, the people in China, Italy, Iran, and South Korea have gotten the most cases of over 7,000 cases each, while the rest of the world average was less than 3,000. Of course, the coronavirus is easy to recover from, with 68,000 people already recovered, which is about 50%. Okay, enough with the history. What's going on now? So, if you're watching this video, I would be aware if you were living in the United States, West Europe, or East Asia. But if you're living in any of those places, I advise you not to panic. You only have a 3% chance of death, so most likely you'll be able to live. Just make sure to wash your hands and wear gloves and masks if you go to a place that has high chance of coronavirus. That is it. Side note, I am not a medical expert, and you should probably tell someone who has spent several years learning about this. So that's it. That's the end of this video. So, yeah. Side note, if you were wondering this whole time, what is COVID-19? Well, COVID-19 is one in a series of coronaviruses. For example, like SARS and MERS. The symptoms are difficulty breathing, runny nose, sore throat, cough, and fever. So yeah, that's it. Bye!